What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back and I'm bringing you some audio commentary. I know people love that to death, but I want to talk about growing up fatherless today. And this isn't a pity party. This is anything. I feel like I've grown up to be in the best case scenario that I can be. What a lot of people don't know is I kind of grew up without a father figure. I mean, for the most part, there were like guy figures in my life throughout my life. My mother was an attractive woman during her 20s and 30s and even 40s, and so she kind of went through boyfriends left and right. But my father, he didn't. He kind of left us when we were two, and that would basically make me raised by women. And I have a woman-like tendencies about me all the time. Like, I cry very easily. Like a Bambi movie or something of that nature would get me to tears real quick, and I'm very sensitive and things. Like, I can't watch somebody like beat a puppy. I can't watch somebody, discipline their children. I remember vividly when I was in kindergarten that if you would yell at me, it would like almost hurt my feelings and make me want to cry, and like I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle people yelling at me, and I never understood that. I kind of got over it eventually, but for the most part, yelling at Jordy got him to cry. And it's just these woman-like tendencies. Even to this day, I have a really soft heart. And it's not like I don't know my father at all. It's not like he ran away to like Arizona or something. I actually went and started working with my father when I was 16 after school. He would do countertops, and I got to see my father firsthand at that point, which was pretty much, he was an okay guy, but he was a guy that kind of wasted his life, and it kind of molded me in a way that it wouldn't have if I didn't get to see and experience him at an older age, than be, biased by, this is the person that's always been in my life. And I got to see and look and see what I would be if I would go down the route that he chose. One of the things that my father, one of the things that my mother always bragged about my father was he was incredibly smart. My dad is the type of guy that could pick up a guitar and play any song he heard by ear without knowing the chords. He's the type of guy that could look at a wall and tell you how long it is. He just had really good perception in that category, and that's where his power lied, at perception. But what the downfall of my father, and it even came into me as a trait, which I mainly took after my grandfather, my dad's dad, was addiction. Like, addiction is something I've dealt with my whole life. I'm not as bad as some people. There used to be this one guy I used to go to school with. His name was Tommy Galloway. And I remember the song. It was Godsmack's Voodoo. We would listen to it in the car, and he would stop driving and go back on the CD and listen to it again. There was like, after about the 13th time of doing this, I'm like, can we please listen to another song with the track, Tommy? And he's like, why? But Tommy was a little bit worse than me. But my big vice was eating and video games. Like, if I do anything, I do it to the extreme. If I find something enjoyable, I want to do it over and over and over again till, all the joy is wrapped out of it. And I kind of do the same thing with my YouTube channel in ways. I remember when the Winging It series with Mr. I Tryhard's video comes off, I remember this vividly, that it came off to a real good success, and I ended up doing like 5 more videos like right away, because I'm like, man, this is a really cool video to do, and people are digging it. Let's keep doing it. And like, the idea of like giving something a wait period for anticipation just does not sit with me at all. But like I said, my dad was a hardcore alcoholic, and seeing my dad and what he used to be in pictures and things like that, and seeing him now, it helped mold my life. Because at 16, I didn't really know what I was going to do in my life. I didn't know what kind of person I was going to be. I'm a much different person now than I was at 16, but I'm always growing up. Even at age 26, I have a lot of growing up to do. And even people that's been following me for the last 3.5 years will notice that I'm a different person now than I was in Modern Warfare 2. And that's just because I've grown as a person. And that's one thing you kind of get to see with YouTube commentators. You get to see that growth period. And I'm going to talk about my dad more in future videos, but one of the things that I'm glad that I never did pick up was my dad's ability to drink. And the reason I've never touched alcohol is because I've seen what it did to him, and I know I have the same personality he has. and he could have been so much better of a person if he would have never found it. But that same demon kind of manifests me in eating. But it's a battle that we all go through. Is there anything that your dad has ever done that kind of affects you, that you can see inside yourself? Let me know. When you boy Wings of Redemption. If you could, please check out my Facebook. I always post cool pictures. I don't know, it seems lame. I love you guys. Peace.